Hey guys, this is Kawaii Moth here. I'm just gonna do a new kind of thing where I'm gonna talk over me drawing. But what I'm gonna try to do is try to draw a pure fragment. This is something that one of my friends asked me to do way back when. I don't even remember when. But basically what the fragments are they're like little snips and clips of like a certain emotion. So what I'm doing here is I'm kind of getting like the outline done. And I draw the head, the neck, the sternum, and the collarbone first, and then I kind of just outlined the shoulders and the elbow, and then after that, I just kind of worked on the rib cage because this is kind of like a depiction of me. If like it's gonna sound really cheesy, but kind of like an angelic form of how I illustrate myself. And I am very, very skinny, so therefore I make the ribs somewhat visible. So that's why he has that kind of vile look to him, as you remember my last video. Well, not last video, but my first video on this playlist. But what I'm just kind of doing right now is getting like the head shape sort of figured out. And if there's a long pause every so often, that is because I'm either A, going to get the charger for my computer, or B, I'm working on looking up photos of different temples or different angels, if you will. Yeah, I was kind of thinking about doing like a serpentine body, but then I realized I could do a robe out of this. And then from there on, I was like getting some concepts down, and I took away that one. Mouth was very hard to do. Yeah, mouths for me with this new head shape that I'm working on, it's very, very difficult to say the least. Very tedious. I worked on the crown because one of my friends has labeled this character the Prince of the Fragments, which I thought was kind of cool. And so basically what I'm trying to sketch out now is kind of how the basic shape of what it's going to look like. And I wanted to go for kind of like, if you've seen a orchid, I tried to go for that mixed with a water lily, but still give it that insectoid touch that I normally give things. I was just looking at different flowers at this point and then trying to doodle out what they looked like. And I went with this one because I thought it was pretty cool. Still was working on a mouth. I wanted to kind of go for not really a shock, which was that one, but I wanted to go for more of a like disapproving face. Because if you know me, I do not like things that are tedious. Yeah, there was a lot of retakes with kind of like the basic body shape in general. But the arms were pretty easy to do. Took me a couple tries, and then I decided to add a second pair of arms because that's how I'm going to give that kind of bug feel to it. And if you guys want me to do tutorials on how I draw like this, please give me ideas down in the comment section below. That would be very much appreciated. So right now I'm just kind of working on the wings, and then I had a couple ideas for kind of like, it's like a divine guardian. First I was gonna go with a very early form, which was Noivat, and that's actually my name backwards. And so I realized it was still in the same layer, so I had to get rid of all of that, go to layer 2. and then I zoomed in a bunch, and then I messed it up a little bit, and I tried to work on it a little bit better. But I was listening to some music while I was doing this, so I don't really remember much of anything. Yeah, working on eyes. Eyes for this Noivad is the hardest part. Mouth for him is kind of easy, but I looked at it a little bit. It was kind of off. I wanted to give him this psychotic look, and then I realized we're making angels, not demons. So I just went ahead and got rid of it later on. I'm not too good with kind of looking over the shoulder, but I like giving him that kind of gesture you do when you say "oh my." And then I just kind of got rid of all of it. And then I was thinking for a good while what I'm gonna do. Either that or I went and got a snack. Yeah, I think I went and got a snack there. But I went with kind of like the shrink wrapped ribs, and then I put the core. There were a lot of ideas for the core, and I kind of wanted to go for this firefly squid look to him, so I kind of went with that first, and then I thought it looked really good, and I was debating on what to do for the wings, and then I just kind of went with kind of like an evil smile or a cheeky smile. I gave one an eye so I know which direction it would be looking at, and then I just went ahead and didn't give the other one the pupil. That's what I meant to say. I didn't mean to say eye. So this is kind of like the basic way how I do things. I think I went to go get the charger. Yeah, to get the charger. And then I worked on another fragment, which is kind of like, I'm not going to say the word because I'll get demonetized, but kind of like the male urges. There you go. Then I went with kind of like, because Husky has this sort of thing where it's like an infection going around. It's not Husk, it's Stull. But his name is backwards for Lust. Yeah, basically what I'm doing right now is just kind of working on cleanup for the excess lines later. And then I got the idea. I was like, okay, so what is my favorite animal? And of course, as you guys know, it's a moth. And I kind of went with this sort of look to it. I messed up one of the eyes. I flipped it around so that they'd kind of be looking at each other. And I thought it would look okay going there, and then I changed my mind, and then I made it kind of looking down. And then I gave it the antennae. And then just kind of fixing that eye and giving him some legs. And I always draw moths like I do with my profile picture, because that way is the easiest way for me. And I think Hero's trying to include himself, like insert himself into my videos, because I think he's trying to play a flute. And then just kind of making some extra lines. And yeah. I was gonna put music for this, but I'd have to do a lot of access recording and detaching audio and all that junk. But yeah, just kind of working on the robe a little bit more. And then I think I went to go do something. I will make tutorials on how to make certain characters. now that that's fixed. Oh, okay, so there's more. Just kind of working on details for the body. And as you know, the fragments, I like giving them kind of a sort of living, sentient look to them. And let me know if you guys like that nyctophobia video. A lot of people, I forgot to put what nyctophobia is in the description, but nyctophobia is actually the intense fear of the dark. That's why I got shaky in the middle of the recording. Let me just put that there. And then, so, kind of what I was doing here was adding more sort of diamonds around him, so that way he'd look a little bit more divine. And, yeah, I'm just kind of working on it, cleaning it up a bit. I was giving him sort of, if you've played Hollow Knight and you'll know exactly what I'm talking about, but I was kind of giving him a void sort of look, because if you know me, I'm a huge Hollow Knight geek. Love that game to no end. Yeah, just kind of, I think now is the sort of point where I started to actually go clean up, because what I do is I do all the messy pencil lines and I go in with a brush, or a technical pen as it is called, and I will go over the actual pencil and I'll sort of just work on it, clean it up a little bit. And then when I was looking at the firefly squid speckles, I didn't really like them all that much, and you'll see why later on in the video. But yeah, I was just working on cleaning up the ribs a little bit, and then making the side point of the ribs, working on the thorax, or the arm. Thorax is the body, and I wanted him to look sort of insectoid, but I didn't want him to look completely insectoid where he was unrecognizable, because his first stage, which is pupa, is actually his development stage, and so he is much more insect-like. Yeah, just cleaning up the arms a little bit, and then I didn't really know where to situate the other lower arm, the fourth arm that's kind of hanging down. So I made it kind of like where he's turning around towards the camera. And then I was working more on the gloves, or gauntlets, if you will. And zooming in on the face, working on the head, cleaning up the head shape. I think I was working on hair now. I wanted to give him eyebrows to make him look like he's disapproving more, but that just got in the way of the crown. Yeah, just kind of going up. Since this recording is 2 hours, I will actually kind of cut and record again, so that way it will leave a little bit more space on my device so I can record more videos and edit more videos. But Death, if you're wondering why, I am still very busy on doing uploads that I have already recorded. I am working on the audio and the thumbnails. Your videos will be coming out soon, Death, trust me. Yeah, so I will be back. Just kind of sit back and be patient with me, please. Okay.
Speak now. It seems all those things that you said, perchance there's something more that they meant. And you know how I try my best not to think of them at all. The words were so hard to recall. Without a thought I carry on in daydream and in song. I'm rash, I know, but even so I walk along in this life with nowhere to go. And when I reach my final day, this life slowly burning away, surely I'll regret all the words I couldn't say. Even there on my final day, I know I'll still call your name once more, once more, once more. More now, no doubt, speak out. I try, I can't find the words saying why that blue hue had filled up the sky. Oh, you know what to say to place all the small little lights that shine through the clouds up in the night. Speak now. Confess, in truth I had known long ago that you had gone and left me alone. But you know, I'm the kind of fool who would just let it go and not let the pain ever show. Really clearly I'll say it, make a note and swear I'll repay it. Let's arrange that we'll meet in the heat of the day, just take me with you. The flowers last after they scatter, every day out in the summer heat and matter. Talk your heart out, give it a voice now, shouting it all loud. And when I reach my final day, just once could you smile once again? I'm sure there on my final day I'll sing this song full of love, and you'll smile and tell me that I finally did enough. Yeah, sadly there on my final day you won't be the one by my side. Long ago you went and left my life. Once more, once more, once more, once more, once more, once more, once more. If you could, once more, once more, once more, once more. More now, no doubt, speak out. Sickening sin, all the dead men are knocking on the world that you live. Helpless, the mistress kindly welcomes them in. The story makes me sick. Stretching the throat so you can swallow the mind. Melt the hearts that the tortured souls are leaving behind. Slowly consuming every drop of their life and gouging out the eyes. Hey, this is the choice you wanted to make, so keep on struggling and don't you run away. Flare at the eyes and fight, cause now you're playing my game. Welcome, my dear, into my womb. Love and your ego a sinking to set the car back anew and play it all by the cues. Because we're monsters on this world, there's lots to pick and choose. So I tell me God is what I've done. Stop all the pain from everyone. Sad it all was a waste. The tragic tale is your fame. My little cowardly, pitiful, sickening tear take the stage. Legend and life of fate you never will change. Even love for another are decaying the same. Quietly laughing at the face that you make. What are the foolish claims? I don't think that I can keep it at bay. Sip the sin from the darkened heart still beating in pain. Grasping the fragile life you never could save. You turn and run away. It was inside your soul all along. The meeting eyes that grow so long ago were lost. Within this tragic tale you are the queen I've long sought. Let's raise a toast to you, my liege. Love and your ego joining me. Hazy days of your dreams all fade away in the heat. Then hand in hand they're returning to the starting tragedy. And give it all back, you scream and beg. I never wanted it to end. Don't you see it, my queen? This world is just as it seems. This truly sickening, crumbling story is far from a dream. All of you fools just never change. Time again you die in vain. Now it's starting again, the tale of reaching its end. With all your beautiful bodies twisted, crying, howling, broken. Oh, what an ugly sight you are. Begging for reason, don't you start. Life it wasn't enough, you take whatever you taught. This empty miracle now is suffocating in its blood. And this is too much for me to take. Sobbing again at each mistake. Light is starting to fade, yes, every end is the same. Back to the following story, following more the following, and we're away.
Okay, we are back, and now we are working on the cleanup, if you will. I just kind of selected that layer with the pencil and I moved it around a bit to make sure that I did not leave anything out. And so I saw the moth layer and then I realized that one was good. So I deleted that one. And now what I'm doing is I'm kind of adding more to it. I think this is the part where I get to the color. I think I was looking at the options that I had before I chose luminescent. Yeah, just kind of working on the, the jugular, and then I'm working down. I had an idea to make it to where it would fade into another color later on, but I don't know if you can see the actual color itself, but it is not this kind of ugly sky blue. It's more of a bright cyan. It just doesn't show up that well during this recording because my screen recording's wonky. I think now I'm working on the fade to orange. Basically what I'm doing is I'm adding a layer underneath another layer if I want to blend the colors. So that's how I get most of my lighting down, with that kind of eerie glow. And so, yeah, just kind of getting everything ready to go. If I am less active on Fortnite, just letting everybody know, it's because I am either studying, doing homework, or doing tests, all of which include Google Classroom, which is very, very tedious. I know school's a bummer, but gotta get it done, because my family will not let me drop out. So, basically, what I am doing is working kind of like processing information. Okay, now I'm going to this sort of green color, and then I remembered that light pen does not like green, so I went to light brush, and that is actually much better for colors that will turn into other colors if you use light pen. That's always my solution, is I use a light brush. The difference is one is a lot more evened out than the other, because light brush is much more concentrated to one area. So that's how I got sort of this purple one down. So basically now I think what I'm doing is I'm kind of getting the skin tone down for him. I didn't like that one because I needed him to look a very pale. And now I'm just kind of working on the arms. And then I'm working on the rib cage. And now the upper arms again. If you hear just the buzzing in the background, I forgot to mention that is my room fan. So yeah. One of my videos, I think it was my Roblox video, was the description said, "Bear with me, more animations are gonna be coming soon." I forgot to mention speed paints and the edited videos. So I do a lot of recording before I actually get everything done. So like this is like maybe a week or two after the recording, because I am still working on my editing skills. And so I do not have a capture card on my Switch, sadly, so I cannot record myself, but Death he does live streams almost all the time. And so I'm thinking on maybe doing 2 posts, maybe Speed Paint Sunday or Speed Paint Saturday. Then I'll work on randomness later on. But if you see the blue in the corner, if I switch, I'm working on the eye. I think if I switch to the blue again, you'll see. But if you look at the little circle in the corner that shows you what the color that you're using is, it is not actually the sky blue, it's more of a cyan. It's like a greenish turquoise. Yeah, it was in that square right there. But, a lot of colors do not actually show up on my screen recorder. So I will be posting the art on my Instagram. If you want to follow my Instagram, it is Kawaii Moth. It's just Kawaii Moth. And I think it was 0317, I'm not too sure. Now I'm kind of getting the basic colors of the crown down, and I didn't want to have it all orange, because I still wanted it to have that flower kind of feel. And so now I think I went to the color black, I'm not too sure. Either that or I went to go grab the charger. Not too sure. I don't know if it shows up on screen recorder, but it says low battery. For all of your guys' information, I will actually have notifications off during recordings. So if you guys are inviting me in that specific time, I will not actually be there. I will not actually see your what you have to say or anything. Like, it's not that I don't care. I care very deeply about what others feel. It's just that the fact in of itself is like my friends will say some weird crap, and that will make YouTube mad at me. I'm not looking at this for a job. I'm not looking at this to get paid. I'm doing this solely for fun. And for me, it's a nice escape. It's to show others how I deal with things. And if I feel like I'm ranting on and on and on, or rambling, it's because either A, I'm running out of things to talk about, or B, I just had a lot of stuff and I was very stressed out that day. Right now, I'm a little bit of a mixture of both, because homework is breathing down my neck and I don't like it. Hi, Blueberry. So now what I'm kind of doing is working on a little bit more cleanup. For the arms, which is like illumination and stuff. The term that is commonly used for stuff like that, where it's living things that glow, it's called bioluminescence. And so yeah, I don't know why I'm saying so yeah a lot. Probably because I'm a little bit brain dead at the moment from all the recording and drawing. But think like during the weekends I'll be doing speed paints. Yeah. Someone's in the kitchen. You hear that? Yep, somebody's in the kitchen. If you guys want me to give you a tour of my house when nobody's home, I will gladly do so. But only if this video gets over 30 likes. That's the only way how I'll do it. Or 30 views. Because I'm still working on getting a little bit more subscribers. I think I'll be doing live streams every now and then. But I do not think that I have a webcam. I'm not too sure. But if I do start recording and I have a webcam, I will be wearing a mask, because I do not like my face being out in the internet. Don't remember. Okay, there we go. So I was looking at what it would look like if I shaded the antennae with black light. And then I really liked that because it gave that sort of fuzzy appeal that antennae actually have. So I kind of went with that, zoomed out, looked at it a little bit, and then I zoomed in, and then I went to the hair, I believe. Hair color. My hair color is kind of like, it's weird because it's almost the shade of like a very, very blackish shade of brown if my hair's wet. And it's kind of like a blondish brown whenever it's not wet. And after a shower, I kind of got confused. And kind of just working on excess stuff at the moment. But yeah, I will start doing live streams really soon. I don't know if you guys will actually want me to. Just let me know in the comments. I think now I was going for that kind of creepy red color of the eyes that I had in mind. I really liked the way that it looked, but not with the pupil. So I went ahead and I backed up, went to the layer that it was on. I think I made a new one for this part. Yeah, I made a new one for this. And kind of gave it that kind of creepy red color. And then I think afterwards, I went in and I kind of erased the pupil because I already know where it's going to be looking at. And kind of just filling in the area that I erased. Sorry, I'm moving around a lot. And I think now I was working on sort of the back area of the core. And if you know me, like my good old buddy Mark does at Back to Basics, I am I'm very much a perfectionist, if you will. I do not like it if it is even just vaguely out of line. Like, I looked at that, and I thought it was going to look cool, and then I realized it layered, and I didn't like it. And then I went with Airbrush, and Airbrush is a really good tool. Like in the vial video, where I was drawing a vial, it was what I used to make the blood. And so I kind of made it look like, because if you've seen blood in water, when it starts, a bunch of it starts leaking out, it looks kind of like a mist. And so that's kind of what I went for the wings. And then I had to go back and look because it was not symmetrical and I didn't like it. So I went back, fixed it up a little bit, and then I think at this point I was really into what I was doing. And then after that, I was like, okay, so this is what I'm going to be doing, and this is how I see it. And if you've drawn at any point in your life, and then you actually snap right into it, it's like you haven't even drawn out all the lines yet, or you barely put any color in it, and you know how it's gonna look in your head. It's very hard to explain, but if you get into drawing yourself, it's a very instinctual thing, if you will. Then I'm just kind of going back in, making some more layers. And I think this one had a total of, at least 25 layers. It might have been more. I think each one of my drawings that I do on this program that is known as Procreate, and I love it. But each drawing has at least 19 layers on it, because I get the shading in, and then I kind of get basic colors down, and then I get the pencil lines and the pen lines. So I think I'm gonna be doing another time skip, if you will. So hope you enjoy, and I will see you very soon.
rain fills me up with such a longing as I dream of simpler days. And tell me why my heart skips a beat through the heat as the summer carries away. Hey, tell me why the tears are falling, filling up my eyes is all that left. It fills me with shame. Wonder if it's fine to keep on thinking through the night that someday soon my patience will pay. With just a single nod of goodbye that tears a hole straight into my side. My body's holding frozen time, watching the sky. They call it a twilight tide. Teacher, tell me all about my life. Down on which road am I meant to decide? Or are you simply gonna tell me that no one knows all the answers right? But I don't wanna suffer till I die. Just a calm, simple life would be fine. Or is it dumb to wanna fly all alone into the blue sky? Tell me why the lies reach right into my mind. Although their sound, it makes my heart ache. And tell me why the people that all seem to be the worst are all the ones with fortune and fame. Hey, tell me why does happy have the letter count of money and is used as one and the same? I wonder why it is that using letters only 5 that you could turn all that money to shame. And with a tag that's valued as youth stuck on the back right out of my view, I really hope that maybe I'd be psycho too in the blue. Suspense like I never knew. Teacher, truly I can't pick a side. Simply living on throughout this tiresome life. Neither the natures nor the foods are left instruction how to fill up all the holes inside. But I wanna take it in and simply close my eyes, looking at the summer and the clouds in the sky. Or perhaps it's time to run away and live in thoughts about that sweet time. A wild drama filled to brim with death at the corners. Surely's gonna sell well bright. I really loathe all this world where through the joy of a girl within the sakura still priced. Teacher, tell me what all your hopes and dreams are. Or perhaps you lost them on the way so you could make it this far. Teacher, tell me all about my life. Down on which road am I meant to decide? Truly it's a lie that every tear you cry will only go and make you stronger. Now that's right. And I really don't want to suffer till I die now. But my reality is flickering out. Summer's fading out now. Tell me, can I really keep on living this life? Could I simply smile on and say I'm fine? Or are you simply gonna tell me that nobody knows all the answers right? But I just wanna close my eyes within the summer light, feel the calming wind that brings a peace to my mind. Or is it dumb to wanna fly all alone into the blue sky? Tell me, is it dumb to wanna laugh, hold you closely here by my side?
guys, I will not be speaking as much because unexpectedly I have been pulled into a tournament in Fortnite. Thank you, Death Slayer 2099. So now what I'm kind of working on is the kind of glowy bits of Moth. I think I finished that already. Yeah, I finished that part already. So I think now I'm gonna be working on the wings. I'm not really paying attention to my screen, I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm working on layering and other BS like that. Yeah, I'm getting some pretty salty teammates. Yeah. So, if you have any recommendations for music that you want me to put in, just tell me in the comments down below. Oh, there's not really that much to talk about. Yeah. So, I think now I'm just kind of getting like the access bits of the wings. Oh, this is where I think I'm working on the antennae a little bit. Either that or I ran to go get the charger. One of my teammates is just getting wrecked. That's funny. Yeah, so I think the final couple of stuff that I have to say is be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I hope you enjoy the video, the remainder of it, and I will see you next time.
Speak now. Things that you said, perchance there's something more that they meant. And you know how I try my best not to think of them at all. The words were so hard to recall. Without a thought I carry on in daydream and in song. I'm rash, I know, but even so I walk along in this life with nowhere to go. And when I reach my final day, this life's slowly burning away. Surely I'll regret all the words I couldn't say. Even there on my final day, I know I'll still call your name once more, once more, once more. More now, no doubt, speak out. tried, I can't find the words saying why that blue hue had filled up the sky. Oh, you know what to say to place all the small little lights that shine through the clouds up in the night. Speak now. Confess, in truth I had known long ago that you had gone and left me alone. But you know, I'm the kind of fool who would just let it go and not let the pain ever show. Really clearly I'll say it, make a note and swear I'll repay it. Let's arrange that we'll meet in the heat of the day. Just take me with you. The flowers last after they scatter. Every day out in the summer heat and matter. Talk your heart out, give it a voice now, shouting it all loud. And when I reach my final day, just once could you smile once again? I'm sure there on my final day I'll sing this song full of love, and you'll smile and tell me that I finally did enough. Yeah, sadly there on my final day you won't be the one by my side. Long ago you went and left my life. Once more, once more, once more, once more, once more, once more, once more. If you could, once more, once more, once more, once more. More now, no doubt, speak out. Tell me why the rain fills me up with such a longing as I dream of simpler days. And tell me why my heart skips a beat through the heat as the summer carries away. Hey, tell me why the tears are falling, filling up my eyes is all that left. It fills me with shame. Wonder if it's fine to keep on thinking through the night that someday soon my patience will pay. With just a single nod of goodbye that tears a hole straight into my side. My body's old and frozen time, watching the sky. They call it a twilight tide. Teacher, tell me all about my life. Down on which road am I meant to decide? Or are you simply gonna tell me that no one knows all the answers right? But I don't wanna suffer till I die. Just a calm, simple life would be fine. Or is it dumb to wanna fly all alone into the blue sky? Tell me why the lies reach right into my mind, although their sound, it makes my heart ache. And tell me why the people that all seem to be the worst are all the ones with fortune and fame. Hey, tell me why does happy have the letter count of money and is used as one and the same? I wonder why it is that using letters only 5 that you could turn all that money to shame. And with a tag that's valued as youth stuck on the back right out of my view, I really hope that maybe I'd be psycho too in the blue. Suspense like I never knew. Teacher, truly I can't pick a side. Simply living on throughout this tiresome life. Neither the natures nor the foods are left instruction how to fill up all the holes inside. But I wanna take it in and simply close my eyes, looking at the summer and the clouds in the sky. Or perhaps it's time to run away and live in thoughts about that sweet time.